big debate that's been going on my entire life, if especially if you drive a truck, I mean anywhere. You've probably heard that Chevy's the best, that Ford's the best, Dodge, Toyotas. I've heard all the different options. I've heard why this is the best, why they're the best, and why they suck. But today I'm going to tell you why Ford is overall the best truck on the market. According to Ford.com, they've got all these crazy packages. You got the regular XL, which is basically just a work truck, like a cheap work truck you can get. You got the XLT, which is basically like the normal, like standard truck you can get. That's mainly what you see driving on the road. That's what most people get because it's like the nicest, cheapest truck they got, if that makes any sense. Then you got the FX4 and the Platinums and the Limiteds, which I think is more of a luxury type deal. They got the leather seats, they're loaded out, and they look real nice. Then you got the crazy trucks, like mainly for off-road, and the good look, like they're really good looking, they look cool, they drive fast. That's the Raptors. And then you got the new F-250 Tremors. Then you've also got Rangers. They introduced Rangers about a year or two ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I think they look pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having one, especially if they're looking nice. They're loaded out, and they come with the exact same packages. Ford, for the F-150, at least the newer ones, they've come out with at least 6 different types of motor options you can pick from. You've got the regular V8s, like the 5.0 and stuff like that. Then they've got the EcoBoost, which is basically a V6 with the V8 power. I've heard a lot of good things about that, and if you want to see some more pros and cons, if you're in the market for a new truck, you can actually go to FordTrucksEnthusiast.com, and they've got a whole list of what they like about the EcoBoost and what they don't like, and you can just judge for yourself. And Ford's also introduced this new diesel engine that they're putting in the F-150. Now, this is the first time I've ever heard of like a 150 or a 1500 like Chevy or Dodge having a diesel engine in their 150, like their regular trucks, not their more super duty, heavy duty trucks. That's kind of rare to see. And they're just like, it's just 3.3 liters and or 3.0 liters and 5.0 liter diesels. But I mean, I think that's pretty cool. Ford's done that. I wouldn't mind having that myself. And I think that's one thing that Ford has over Chevys. If you go to hotcars.com, they talk about all the different problems with Chevy trucks that, mainly Chevy guys ignore. They're not going to say they're bad just because they grew up riding in Chevys. They love Chevys, so they're not going to say anything bad about it. But like their Duramax, I've known people that's had Duramax. I've seen videos of people giving bad reviews about Duramaxes. Duramax, their diesel engine, it's like Ford's Power Stroke. From what I've seen, they don't last no more than 150 to 200,000 miles, which for a diesel engine, that's very bad, and you're wasting your money if that's true, or if that's happened to you, because diesels, they're way more expensive than gas vehicles are. They're supposed to last longer. Ford actually in the 90s had a 7.3 liter diesel engine, and people said it would last forever, and I've always wanted one. I've had family members that had one. They said they wish they never sold them because they were just such good engines. But they don't make them anymore. They've actually introduced a 7.3 liter gas engine now, which is supposed to get somewhat the same power, but it's gas instead of diesel. But yeah, that's on hotcars.com. They say that Duramaxes, that's just one of the big things that they ignore, and I think Ford's got that up on Chevy right now. Ford.com also lists all these different crazy technological features that they've introduced into the new Fords. They've got this power backup assistant, which is for like if you're pulling a boat, going to the lake or something. This can be real helpful for a kid that's just learning to drive. For me, I grew up in a 92 F-150 for my first truck. I had to learn all this stuff the old-fashioned way. But with these Fords, it makes it a lot easier to back in a trailer. It kind of just does it itself. They've also got this thing where if you're parallel parking, it'll do it on its own. You just flip a switch and boom, your parallel parking truck does it by itself. And one thing I thought was really cool and could be really helpful if you're on the interstate. If you're pulling a boat, it's got these new sensors to where if somebody's getting close to where your boat is, it'll give you an alert to where you cannot switch into that lane. I think that's real helpful for 16-year-old kids up to middle-aged adults. I mean, that can be really, really useful. There's just too many accidents with stuff involved like that. You know, I'd hate to see somebody, especially my family, have an accident because they couldn't tell how far away a car was. But Ford's been around a long time. You know, that's all we buy now. We've had Chevys and we've had Dodges and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I have some families that talk about Dodge and they say they like the Dodge, but they prefer the Ford just a lot more. It just gets more power. It feels like it's pulling boats and trailers and stuff a lot easier. You know, the new ones especially, they've got a ton more room than what the older trucks had. But you know, businessinsider.com says it clearly. You know, Ford's been the best-selling truck for 40 years. You know, that's got to mean something. They're just above the competition. You know, they're just more reliable than what Chevy, Dodge, Toyotas, and all of them have to offer. And you can even go on YouTube.com. I'm sure everybody has seen the Chevy commercials where the guy pushes the toolbox into the steel bed and supposedly supposed to be tougher. But there's been a lot of YouTubers actually post videos of them basically debunking the video, saying it was fake. And you can actually go on YouTube.com and just look up Chevy commercial fail, and you'll find a ton of videos where they basically lied about their bed being more tougher than Ford's aluminum bed. And if Chevy's really gonna lie about their bed, what else could they be lying about? I hope this video's been real informative for you, and hopefully one day you'll be a proud Ford owner like myself. Thank you.